Alright, so in this video, I'm going to solve the equation x to the power of 2 minus x to the power of 3 is equal to 36. So to solve this, I'm going to first start off by subtracting 36 on both sides. So now these two cancel out, and I get x to the power of 2 minus x to the power of 3 minus 36 is equal to 0. Now from here, I can rewrite negative 36 as negative 9 minus 27. And now I'm going to rewrite negative 9 as negative 3 squared and negative 27 as negative 3 to the power of 3. Now I'm going to rearrange this a little bit. So I'm going to have x squared and negative 3 squared next to each other. So I have x squared minus 3 squared minus x to the power of 3 plus 3 to the power of 3. And the reason it's x to the power of 3 plus 3 to the power of 3 is because this negative sign distributes. Alright, now from here, I'm going to be using two properties. So for x squared minus 3 squared, I'm going to use the property a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b times a minus b. And for x to the power of 3 plus 3 to the power of 3, I'm going to use the property a to the power of 3 plus b to the power of 3 is equal to a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. So let's first rewrite x squared minus 3 squared. So x squared minus 3 squared, in this case, a is equal to x and b is equal to 3. So I get x plus 3 times x minus 3. And for a to the power of 3 plus b to the power of 3, again, a is equal to x and b is equal to 3. So x to the power of 3 plus 3 to the power of 3 is equal to x plus 3 times x squared minus 3x plus 3 squared. So now if I combine these, I get x plus 3 times x minus 3 minus x plus 3 times x squared minus 3x plus 9 is equal to 0. Alright, so now notice how both of these terms have x plus 3 in them, meaning I can factor out x plus 3. So now I get x plus 3 times x minus 3 minus x squared minus 3x plus 9. And this is equal to 0. Now, if I simplify this, if I simplify what's in the brackets, that is, I get x plus 3 times x minus 3 minus x squared plus 3x minus 9 is equal to 0. So I simply distributed the negative sign. And from here, I get x plus 3 times, I'm going to combine like terms. So negative x squared, that can't combine with anything. X plus 3x is 4x. And negative 3 minus 9 is negative 12. Now from here, I get two equations because if either one of these equals 0, the whole thing equals 0 because these two multiply. So I just need to find what value of x for which each of these equals 0, and that's how many solutions I have. So I'm going to combine this into two different equations. I have x plus 3 is equal to 0, and I have negative x squared minus 4x minus 12 is equal to 0. So obviously for x plus 3 equals 0, all I have to do is subtract 3 on both sides, and I get x is equal to negative 3. Now for negative x squared minus 4x minus 12 equals 0, what I'm going to do to make this easier to solve is I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 1. So negative x squared times negative 1 is positive x squared, negative 4x times negative 1 is positive 4x, and negative 1 times negative 12 is positive 12. So I would get x squared plus 4x plus 12 is equal to 0 times anything is 0. Now, it's a little easier to solve. So to solve this, I'm going to be using the quadratic formula, which, as a refresher, is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So in this case, a is 1, b is 4, and c is 12. So I get x is equal to negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 4 squared minus 4 times 1 times 12 all over 2 times a, so 2 times 1. So now this is equal to negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 16 minus 48 over 2, which is equal to negative 4 plus or minus the square root of negative 32 over 2. Now from here, the square root of negative 32 is equal to the square root of 16 times negative 2, which is equal to the square root of 16 times the square root of negative 2, which is equal to 4 root negative 2. So I get x is equal to negative 4 plus or minus 4 root 2i, which is the same thing as 4 root negative 2, all over 2. And this is equal to negative 2 plus or minus 2 root 2i. So these are my 3 solutions to this equation. Now, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and also check out more videos on my channel. I have a lot more videos which you guys can watch and try to solve. Thank you.